All right, everybody, are you looking for the perfect Grand Teton National Park adventure? From spotting moose in the wild to discovering hidden waterfalls, camping in the shadows of the mountain, and having an adventurous great time with friends and making memories, we're about to show you everything you need to know of what to do at Grand Teton National Park. No, that was waste.
Hey.
Pretty fancy.
Who gets the cherry?
Well, since I don't like cherries.
Oh, I get the cherry. And as we're walking back to the car, I guess I wasn't expecting this. All right, guys, my life is complete. I've seen moose in the wild. So stick around as we've got some great tips to share with you what to do in Grand Tetons National Park and where not to camp, as we made a mistake and we don't want you to do the same.
We'll save you a hassle there.
And if you don't know who we are, I'm Deb.
I'm Joel.
This is our dog Maya right back here, and we are chasing our sunshine. The Grand Tetons are so unique, and we had such an amazing trip. But first, let's just talk about the camping situation when you get to the Grand Tetons. There's several options for you, including staying in the national park. One campground is Coulter Bay, and it has two different campgrounds. One is RV sites with full hookups, which we couldn't get in and looked really nice. And the other one is the dry camping at Coulter Bay, where we stayed. Now, we're going to tell you that they say they can fit RVs up to 45 feet in that campground, but we are 35 and it was tight, especially in some corners. There are different sections of the park also that allow generators and some don't allow, so you need to pay attention when you're booking those sites as well. Our site said it fit a 40-foot RV. However, it did not, and we barely squeezed it in, and it was completely unlevel.
Woo. Getting levels of chore.
We're also going to tell you our friends that stayed there as well had a hard time leveling in each and every one of their sites and fitting as well. So it is a tight fit. It is dry camping, so be prepared for that. And it is gorgeous and right on the lake, which was nice to walk down to. We originally booked a whole entire week stay at Coulter Bay Campground. However, we saw the weather was changing and we had rumors that there were moose sightings down in another campground in the national park. We looked and actually got in. We went to Gros Ventre Campground and stayed there for 2 nights. So we were in site 15, which we barely fit. You cannot have your tires off of the pavement here. So we got our car strategically placed exactly so that we could still fit. But I said this was just a peaceful site, far away from basically everyone on both sides. We loved it. Now, this place is where we would recommend staying. It does allow RVs up to 45 feet in length, so that is it, but you do have to fit completely on that site, including if you have a tow vehicle or a truck pulling your RV as well. That is something that you need to pay attention to, as it has to fit in your site. But they're flat and level, and some of them were larger than others, but we would recommend staying at Gros Ventre Campground if you go to the Grand Tetons. So those that are planning a first-time visit, here's some tips for you. First, book your camping site as early as possible, especially during the prime season. You're going to want to book out 6 months to a year in advance to get some of the better sites, especially if you're looking for those full hookup sites in the Coulter Bay RV park. Now, coming with that, if you don't get into one of those full hookup sites, tip 2 is to make sure that you come prepared for boondocking. And there's hardly any grocery stores in the area, so that's something you're going to want to pre-plan. Come with empty black and gray tanks and a full fresh water and full LP as well. We are at, I can never say it,
Gros Ventre, some people say. So whatever, however you say it, you know we can't pronounce anything.
We really like this park.
It is very nice. We definitely come back here 100%.
3, be flexible with your plans. You might think that you're going to be able to go hiking one day and weather changes that, or you decide you want to go explore Jackson Hole. You just need to be a little bit flexible with your plans as well, because flexibility sometimes allows you to be spontaneous, and sometimes the best things happen during that.
talk about it over there on that.
We are currently standing in front of Mount Morris, which is a part of the Grand Teton. It's 1.7 to 2.7 million years old.
Yeah, and that wasn't formed by glaciers. It was formed by rocks under the earth coming together and moving upward.
Yeah, and they're still actually moving upward today. But there is unique, obviously, minerals and stuff that have been put in place. And glaciers did come through here, but didn't form these, like Joel said. But wind and erosion has moved away some of the rock. And there is a vertical stripe that you can see when the sun is just right down the center of Mount Morris. And it's really interesting to see.
Yeah, and it's very noticeable when the sun's out.
And once again, we don't know where we are. I thought it was Mount Morris. It's Moran. Just history and geological information by chasing our sunshine that's incorrectly and mispronounced.
And sometimes made up.
Right. Now we're looking at the last remnants of the actual glacier that came through this area in the Grand Tetons. This area actually had the glacier come through some of the mountain ranges and created the Cascade Canyon. And you can tell that it was actually formed by a glacier, not by a river, because of its bowl-shaped area. And where we're standing right now actually had 3,000 feet of ice. So up that way under a lot of ice, and it had been very cold. So I'm glad we're here now looking at it, and it says that it had lost about 15% of its surface area up there since the 80s. We are standing in front of one of the most iconic and photographed barns in the United States.
The T.A. Moulton barn here just outside of Jackson.
Yes, this area was settled by Mormons in the early 1890s, and the remnants of their farms in this area are still in place. And this barn is photographed all the time.
Yeah, and there's many more that you can take pictures of too. They're just as beautiful.
And it's still amazing to see, and it's amazing to be here in person. Right. This is one of the best places for photographs, where this is like a mirror right here in this actual, I don't know if it's a creek or if it is a part of a river system, but it is so beautiful.
It is awesome. But beautiful view. They even say it's Mirror Lake.
Yeah.
All right.
And as we're walking back to the car, I guess I wasn't expecting. This is more of a pond.
Wide creek,
yeah.
Small pond, but
I was thinking it was a big lake that it actually is, but the water does reflect like a mirror, and it is worth a stop down here. It's definitely something to see.
We didn't see any wildlife, but they say it's bad to see.
Yeah, and it's not that far of a walk from the parking lots or whatever, and it's beautiful right along the river or creek, whatever it is. Tip 4 is make sure you plan at least some time to go down and explore Jackson Hole itself. It's really fun and so worth doing. And you got to get that iconic picture for Instagram with the elk antlers downtown. Cowboyed up?
Cowboyed up. All I need is a beverage.
Because we're in the cowboy bar, we're ordering a PBR.
Seems like the right thing to do.
It totally does. This place is so cool. It's got the cowboy saddles to sit on, and we're bellying up to the bar to have a beer. We are at the Jackson drugstore, and we have ordered ourselves a huckleberry milkshake. I have never had huckleberry before.
I have had them before. They're very good.
So I'm looking forward to trying this. And this place has actually been open for 100 years.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It says drugstore on the outside of it, but it's really a restaurant.
Hey.
Pretty fancy. Pretty fancy.
Who gets the cherry?
Well, since I don't like cherries.
Oh, I get a cherry. I can tell you the Jackson drugstore is amazing. Definitely either get an ice cream cone, huckleberry, or the milkshake. Ooh, so good. 5, you do not want to miss Jenny Lake. Visiting it is amazing, and we can say that hike to Inspiration Point is definitely inspirational. All right, you guys, we're literally in the secret parking lot for Jenny Lake. We're gonna be going back to the visitor center. That was full of people and no place to park, but we came down to the secret place, parked here, and now we're gonna walk over to the visitor center and take the boat across Jenny Lake to go hiking. How that go? You want? Yeah.
You want one?
I want one.
Okay.
So we're gonna take our hiking poles.
Yeah, that was fun. It's a great drive from our campground to this spot. Beautiful scenery. We didn't see any wildlife, but it says we could. And now it looks like it's going to be a great hike with great friends.
Yes.
What more can you do? Well, I suppose you could drink, but we're not going to do that right now. Got to put the bear spray on. Keep the pants up doing it. But we're in bear country.
Right, here we go. We're going up to the waterfalls and Inspiration Point. From the sights of it, I don't know how far Joel is going to make it on this one. He's go as far as he can, but so far, just even starting off at the dock, look how gorgeous this is. But we are being bear aware, and we're keeping our eyes peeled for moose. I hope to see one so bad.
Who are we hiking with, by the way?
Oh, I know. We haven't introduced them, like...
Pam and Ken.
The road smiths, and we're, what are we, 1/10 of the hike in, and I'm about ready done. I'm done. Joel and Tanya.
From This Is Our Adventure, and we're huffing and puffing already.
I'm hugging trees right now. I'm a tree hugger.
You're the furthest. Yes. Oh, we gotta love our friends Ron and Jody from Just Rambling Around. We may have been hanging out with them a little too much.
Way too much, probably.
We made it to Hidden Falls.
And it is an easy hike.
It is, and this is gorgeous, but we came on a Saturday, and I would say probably every day don't plan on being alone here.
No.
It's a very nice hike to get up
Beautiful.
here. We'll see if we go to Inspiration Point. I don't think Joel's gonna at all.
Well, I keep turn around and come back and continue. I can hike this canyon trail. Beautiful, so no worries there.
6, make sure that you consider the level of difficulty for hikes. We will tell you that taking the boat ride over on Jenny Lake to the actual waterfalls was a quite easy and beautiful hike, and on the shorter end, this would be doable for almost anyone. It was not handicap accessible, but it would be doable for most people, and seeing the Hidden Falls is definitely worth it. But there are also other hikes in the area that are supposed to be just as amazing, but you're going to have to research those and know your limits and what you can handle or not, and if it is actually Joel approved or not.
So the group voted, and we are going to attempt to go up to Inspiration Point. People don't like it. They can obviously turn around. We don't want to push anybody out of their comfort level, and we want everybody to be comfortable, and we don't want anyone to get stressed out or hurt. So here we go. Do you think we should have had everyone sign waivers for a death-defying day with Deb?
Well, at least I have a whole bunch of witnesses that it's true. No, I think I'm more done.
All right.
You need water?
Yeah.
Snacks?
No, I just need water.
Okay, I'll be waiting down kind of somewhere.
Okay, we'll find you.
Yeah, I will be.
Enjoy this beautiful viewpoint that you got right now.
Yep. All right, I'll see you in a bit.
I love you.
Have fun.
All right, we lost one. Joel was not feeling comfortable, so he turned around. He'll meet us at that point. This corner does look like he would not have been able to do this. Let me show you. We did all, except for Joel, make it up to Inspirational Point, and it is truly inspirational. Just gorgeous up here. The views, oh my gosh, just stunning. You can look over Jenny Lake, and this is definitely not a trail if you're afraid of heights. And going down is even more beautiful than going up. It's just breathtaking. Oh, if you're sitting behind a desk right now and need inspiration right here, get to the Grand Tetons. It's amazing. Get out here and enjoy nature. This is so beautiful what Mother Earth has put here. In the United States itself, all these different places that you can travel to in national parks. Amazing. You got to get out here and see this yourself. Video doesn't do it justice. I've been tearing up several times just looking at these amazing views. It's literally awe-inspiring. Get out here. See it for yourself.
Hi.
Moose.
What?
There's a cow moose right down there. She's every once in a while you'll see her eating.
Oh, yes, no, I see him.
Alright, I was literally double timing it to get down to him, and right where he is standing, he saw the moose. Oh my gosh, I saw a moose. I saw two.
Yep.
So amazing.
Yeah,
Oh, this one's moving like crazy right now.
Yeah,
Alright guys, my life is complete. I've seen moose in the wild. Especially with you being my love of my life and my savior, pointing out the moose. So awesome. And now we're
to the boat.
gonna go back to the boat, and I think there's a beer in our future. 7, pack for different weather. It could be 70s, 80s during the day there, and it could be down into the 30s or even 20s at night. You just don't know, and so dressing in layers, because it could be cooler in the morning, and be able to take off that extra layer or put one back on is always helpful, and helps you be prepared for that different weather changes while you're in the park itself, and being comfortable while hiking is always so important. All right, we all had to strip down to our first layer because it's getting warm as we're hiking.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Strip down.
Run.
After our amazing hike at Jenny Lake with our friends, we got to meet up with even more. Mike and Tony Tao from our RV Sunsets joined us for a couple days at the campground, where we got to sit around telling stories, laughing a lot, and having a good time. Okay guys, we were literally just sitting around, and a bear just literally walked right by us through the center of the campground.
Yeah, I happened to look down the road and I see a bunch of people crouched down, but they were a good 100 yards away, crouched down looking in the woods, so I figured something was out there. I was about ready to walk down there to see what they're looking at.
We're still in. Yeah,
I looked right here, and about 30 yards, bear walking through, going right in between our campsites.
Insane. That's a bear.
Black bear.
Black bear sighting.
So it's been a good day.
Yep, good animal day.
You see the bear hotline?
Oh, we're trying to remember to call. We're trying to let them know that we saw a bear. Go for it, don't. There you go.
It's waste. Oh, I don't think I can do that one.
Oh, you got 3.
Yep. 2.
How do you get a bunch of YouTubers to be quiet? You put out food. Okay, so I'm gonna eat my soup. 8, make sure you bring good reindeer. We had an actual whole day of rain. Luckily, we just laid around inside and watched some television, didn't do much, and headed down for a day of exploring some more in Jackson Hole. But rain gear is always good good to have along, and especially in the mountains because the weather can change in an instant.
Better than a rainy morning on a travel day.
Finally got a break though, so do it.
But some tips we want to give you if it is raining. One, always look ahead. Look at the weather forecast. We saw it was supposed to be raining this morning, so we packed up everything outside as much as we could, got it into the car so everything's dry in there, and we're not having to do that in the rain.
And we're boondocking, so we don't have to worry about the hookups, any power or anything like that. So that helps, not having to do anything outside. And we have a short trip today, so we don't have to hook up the car either. So if it was raining, it wouldn't have been a big deal.
No. We ended up coming down here to say goodbye to Ron and Jody. They're hitting the road. And if you haven't become a rambler with them, we highly suggest it. Luckily for us, Ken and Pam are heading to the same campground as us. So we get to hang out with them for, yeah.
See you later.
See you in an hour. But the Grand Tetons and our adventures here were great. Make sure you head over to their channels along with This Is Our Adventure and Our RV Sunsets to watch their videos on all the amazing things that we found to do here.
If you're heading into the mountains, you're always going to want to make sure, tip 9 is to make sure that your heat equipment for your RV is working itself, whether it's a space heater or a heat pump or a furnace. Make sure that that's in full working order because it does get chilly at night and can get down to freezing. So make sure that you stay nice and toasty warm, making sure that your RV furnace or whatever heating system you use is properly working.
Being a cold, rainy day as we're RV camping, we decided chili is the best.
Unlike Deb, I add Tabasco to mine, but this is making sunshine on a nice cold rainy day.
Tip 10 is make sure you plan at least 2 days in this area, as there's so much to see and so much to do, especially if you go down and visit Jackson Hole as well. But this place is amazing. The wildlife, the scenery itself, everything about Grand Tetons National Park has made it become our favorite national park.
Oh, it's never fun having to say goodbye, but the good thing is we know it's not really goodbye. It's until we see them again.
100%.
And hey, if you see us out here, make sure you definitely say hi. You don't need to be a YouTuber or whatever. We have so many friends that we have met along the road and on this RV adventure. We love it. It's one of the best things about RVing is the community. And if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you can get notified when our next video is out.
The Grand Tetons National Park isn't just about the stunning views, it's about the memories you make and possibly the people that you meet up with and go on hikes and have lots of laughs with as well. If you are planning a trip to the Grand Tetons yourself, we hope this video helps. And if you are, please leave us a comment below. Or if you already have been and have some other tips to share with the community, that'd be awesome. Leave them in the comments. We want to say thanks for watching. And now you're going to really see what really happened at Jenny Lake.
All right. Whew. We're at day 23.
This is like we've been lost in the woods. I don't know if anybody else who's in it has noticed that we're missing. Like nobody's coming to look for us or nothing.
They're not coming to look for us.
Oh, I think we're coming to. There's all these weird noises.
Yeah.
There's noises.
We're hearing sounds all over.
It knocks, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But we think that a Sasquatch might be under our trail.
Bigfoot. Yeah, Bigfoot is real.
It is. He's alive. He's alive.
Don't worry, Deb. I got whiskey.
Okay.
Got
Oh
whiskey?
my gosh, you've been holding out on me this whole entire time. You like whiskey?
Let's for an emergency.
Well, I think we're gonna need that tonight to stay warm.
Yes. We'll make it. Please tell everyone we love them. Tell all Ramblers you were great supporters. How about your Sunshine Crew?
Sunshine Squad.
Squad.
We love you all. Jewel, I love you.
Yes, love you, Ron. Thanks for leaving us.
Yes.
We got whiskey.
All right.
We got whiskey.
Be good.